Welcome back to our community. Susie Thomas with you. We're visiting with Angie Dennis. Experienced what too many parents have experienced. A child with an injury, prescribed some medication, gets hooked on the medication, and it all goes really south from there. And you, Angie, discovered that your entire world, everybody that you were in contact with through your child's sports and school and so forth, friends, neighbors, coaches, this whole thing was just absolutely epidemic. That had to feel like your entire world had been a lie, or at least that your entire world had been turned upside down. Am I guessing right?
Yes, it's a form of hell.
Yeah, gosh. Okay, so how did you find BioCore RX?
Well, I had visited a friend in Kentucky, and they kept telling me about this implant that would help the Boilermakers not use pills.
The
But I
Boilermakers.
didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, Boilermakers.
Okay.
And ironically, a lot of hardworking men have become addicts because of injuries they sustained on the job.
Mm-hmm. What is this exactly? When you say an implant, what are we implanting?
It is naltrexone.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is another chemical? It's a chemical implant?
It's a chemical implant.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what it's made of? What, could there be some dangers involved? Or I guess, the typical ones, like any sensitivity or allergy. How do we know that this is a good thing going in?
It's made of naltrexone,
mm-hmm.
and as far as dangers, what I can tell you is that if our son, would die tomorrow from receiving this implant 3 years ago, I would give it to him again because he was certainly going to die without it.
Mm-hmm. He's been taking this for 3 years, and does he get it every 6 months? Is that what you said?
Well, you can get the implant, and it lasts 4 months to a year.
Oh.
And then you can get another one. I tell everyone it takes 3 years for the brain to retrain itself.
Mm-hmm.
For someone to develop better habits, and it's just a lifestyle. So with our son, he got it twice, but he has never relapsed, not even once.
So he just
which is amazing.
He's had 2 implants over the 3 years, but he's back. You're saying he's back.
Oh, yeah. He is himself. He's been promoted. He works hard. He has a family now.
Wow.
We play games. We just carved pumpkins. So
wow.
Those are things that he would have had zero interest in.
Tell me a little bit about him after this. First of all, was it difficult to talk him into doing it?
No. For us, I had mentioned it to him, told him that I had found a company with this implant, that I thought we should give it a shot, that the Suboxone that people take orally, they usually end up trading when they want to help their friends, or they sell it. And the Vivitrol shot that you get every 30 days, there's a crack that someone can fall through if they do not get that shot on time. So this was our only chance. And we had tried everything before that. Nothing had worked.
Did he realize he had a problem?
Oh, yes. He knew. We had signed contracts. We had made deals. We had taken him, to get the Suboxone, to do everything that everyone had recommended. Couldn't really get him into an inpatient place because, especially in Ohio, the beds were all full, and they turn you away. So if you have a loved one who says, okay, I want help, I'm ready for it, and you get there, and they're like, oh, we don't have any place to put them. Come back in a week. You might not have them a week later.
That's a good point. I would love to get his take on the before and after. Have you had that discussion? Have you talked about it? Has he ever said, wow, Mom, thanks for saving my life. I was headed down a very scary path.
Yes, we have had that conversation many, many, many times. And it wasn't just a dark, scary path. It was hell. And he doesn't want to revisit it. He feels, I think, like so much of his life was robbed, stolen from the addiction. Because remember, he was very young and he trusted adults. He trusted the medical field. He trusted us. And all of us let him down. So he was victimized. And a lot of these people, it could be your dad who went to the dentist and received these powerful painkillers. A lot of these people do feel betrayed because they didn't know that this was going to happen. And certainly we didn't know. I would hate to think that the medical profession knew.
No, yes, I think I need to put that out there. We certainly don't want to act as if there was something insidious, because the medical profession lives by do no harm, and trying to help someone stay ahead of the pain. I suspect they had no idea the dark side of this, that the opioid crisis, which so many people attribute to the fact that you've gotten hooked on painkillers. I've got to believe, I want to believe the medical profession didn't do this on purpose, that this was something that backfired terribly and they're trying to find a different way. This certainly is interesting. How long has BioCore RX been around? Do you know?
I'm not sure, but...
But you found it how many years ago?
3.
3 years ago. So you found it and tried it right away.
Yes, because I did not want to bury our son, and I knew that was going to happen because, we moved away from that little community to try to save his life and to save our other children. And we go back, but it's always for funerals. Oh. And a lot of those kids, a lot of that football team, they're dead.
I'm just wondering, are you able to talk to some of that community membership and tell them what you found, and they see certainly the difference in your family and the difference that this has made?
Yes, I do. And I'm very vocal about it, very upfront, even on social media, because I don't feel like skeletons in our closet are going to help anyone. Secrets keep us sick. And I was very concerned about the next generation coming up. A lot of the kids who are our son's age at that time were jobless. They didn't have a driver or a vehicle, and they were making money to support their habit the only way that they knew how, and that was by creating younger victims. So I've been very vocal about it, like, hey, this works, and you have nothing to lose. It's cheaper than a funeral. If you want to save your loved one, try this. But the problems that we're running into is everything in that implant is approved by the FDA.
Yes.
But the FDA has not approved the implant, yet they approved all those powerful pain meds that have killed so many people.
Oh my. So all the ingredients in the BioCore RX implant have already been approved by the FDA, but you put them all together into an implant, and that has yet to be approved. Because my next question is, why have we not heard of this before?
I'm not sure. I sit back and scratch my head about that all the time. And I kind of like to see people, for positive things and believe that there's no malice in their hearts or behind their intentions. But I often wonder, if we woke up tomorrow and the opioid epidemic was solved, that would truly impact our economy. Because one, you wouldn't need as many judges, prosecutors, public defenders, police officers, insurance, hospital people. It would hit every stage. So are they not doing it because of that? Or is it because there's so much red tape and bureaucracy behind our lawmaking that it's making us drag our feet on this? But in the meantime, loved ones are dying.
I really, really hope that's not the case. I know you do too. I know that there's someone listening right now, though, that they are thinking, oh, wow, this might be the answer. This could really be the answer in our family. So how does a person get on board? How does a person seek more information or at least look into this?
Well, I would definitely contact BioCorrect. I know that there is a doctor in Polaris. He's the only doctor in Ohio that went and was trained to insert this implant, Dr. David Garcia. And I would contact either the company or that doctor, or anyone's welcome to contact me and get it. Because, when you have a loved one that's saying, okay, I want help, I need it, you have to jump on that opportunity. The only other way to get that opportunity is to almost force them to do it. And a lot of people say, no, they've got to want to get help. You can't make them. Okay, well, they have been taken over by a molecule. They're not going to want to get help. They will die. They are dying. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like someone who is inebriated. You cannot convince them that they're drunk, they need help, like stop drinking, until they sober up.
Mm. Angie, how do people contact you for more information?
They can either find me on the internet. They're more than welcome to call me. My home number is 614-879-9202. And I wouldn't wait.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, you've given us quite a lot of food for thought. The implant is called BioCore RX. You've heard a personal testimonial. Tell us a little bit, just in our closing minute, about your son now. Tell me about his life now.
Oh, he has a beautiful family, and he just got promoted at work again. He's been with the same job for 3 years since the week that he got the implant. And he has his own vehicle. Mm-hmm. He's certainly not where he would have been had this not happened. Yeah,
and your relationship,
considering where he's come to, we never would have dreamt this.
Well, we certainly appreciate your time with us today, Angie Dennis, and talking about BioCore RX. You can give her a call at 614-879-9202 or look it up. Google, do some Googling and find out more about it. Angie Dennis, thanks for bringing this information to us in our community today.
Oh, you're very welcome, and thanks for having me, and hopefully together we're going to save some lives.